At 50 years old, I managed to completely flatten the stubborn belly bloat that had been bothering me for over a decade, losing that heavy, uncomfortable feeling in just 3 short weeks, all without giving up the foods I genuinely love or spending hours doing exhausting workouts. Most women my age believe that sudden, persistent middle-age bloating is simply an inevitable tax we pay for getting older, or that it's caused strictly by eating too many carbohydrates or bad digestive enzymes. But that is actually an incomplete and outdated way of looking at it. The real issue isn't just what you're putting into your plate. It's a systemic shift in how our gut lining, stress hormones, and fluid retention mechanisms interact once our internal body chemistry evolves in our 50s. It is not your fault, and you are definitely not broken. I used to be one of those women who felt like every afternoon was a guessing game, waking up with a comfortable waistline only to feel completely swollen and miserable by 4 p.m. I spent years thinking my body was just refusing to cooperate with me anymore. Our first step to reclaiming comfort is a fundamental shift in how we hydrate, specifically through strategic liquid timing. Most people don't know this, but drinking large volumes of water directly during or immediately after your meals dilutes the specific acids in your stomach that are crucial for breaking down dense proteins and fibrous vegetables. When stomach acid becomes too diluted, food lingers in your digestive tract far longer than it should, fermenting and generating gas that stretches your abdomen from the inside out. The underlying mechanism is simple. By maintaining strong gastric acidity during digestion, food moves efficiently into the small intestine without fermenting. I personally use this rule every single day by stopping all beverage intake 15 minutes before my main meals and waiting at least 45 minutes after eating before drinking water again, tying this back to our core through line of reduced systemic fluid tension. Keeping your stomach acid concentrated ensures complete food breakdown, preventing the downstream swelling that causes that tight, heavy sensation late in the day. Now, alongside these daily habits, there is one key addition that made a massive difference in my routine: a gentle daily elixir I started taking every morning on an empty stomach. I like to call it my morning belly reset. It isn't a replacement for the habits we're discussing today, but rather a perfect complement that supports your body from the inside while you build these daily steps. I keep a bottle right on my nightstand, so it's the very first thing I do when I wake up. If you want to check it out for yourself, I left a link right below this video with a special discount. Now, back to our list. The second step addresses how mechanical digestion directly impacts abdominal tightness. Most people don't know this, but when we swallow food in large, half-chewed pieces, our stomach has to churn twice as hard and release double the gas to dissolve those particles. The digestive mechanism relies on salivary enzymes like amylase, which begin breaking down starches directly in your mouth. When you rush through meals, you skip this vital enzymatic phase, forcing your lower gut to handle whole food structures that naturally create trapped pockets of air. I personally practice this by using a small dinner fork, putting utensil down between every single bite, and counting at least 15 to 20 chews before swallowing. Connecting this to our main goal of easing gut pressure, complete mechanical breakdown in the mouth prevents dense food masses from stagnating in your intestine, directly stopping that uncomfortable tightness before it even begins. Tip number 3 focuses on physical space within the abdominal cavity through deep diaphragmatic breathing. Most people don't know this, but shallow upper chest breathing, which most of us default to when stressed, keeps the diaphragm contracted upward, restricting the physical space in your torso and lowering visceral blood circulation. The mechanism here involves the vagus nerve. Deep belly breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, signaling your digestive organs to relax, expand, and increase vascular blood flow. Increased blood flow accelerates gut motility, allowing trapped gas to move through naturally rather than collecting in painful pockets. Every afternoon around 3 p.m., I sit comfortably in a quiet chair, place my hands over my stomach, and take 10 slow, deep breaths, inhaling through my nose for 4 seconds and exhaling through my mouth for 6. This physical relaxation gently massages the internal organs, directly alleviating the fluid buildup and tension that so often accumulates during busy, stressful afternoons. Our fourth strategy is a gentle, low-impact 10-minute walk immediately following your heaviest meal of the day. Most people don't know this, but remaining seated right after eating allows your gastrointestinal tract to drop into a stagnant state, slowing down natural peristalsis, the rhythmic muscular contractions that propel food downward. Research shows that light physical movement triggers mild abdominal muscle contractions that physically encourage gas and fluid to move smoothly through the digestive loops, preventing localized swelling. I make it a non-negotiable rule in my evening routine to put on comfortable shoes and take a relaxing 10-minute stroll around my block, or even just step around my living room right after dinner. This simple movement supports our central goal of fluid and gas regulation, keeping the digestive system moving continuously so you can go to bed feeling light and comfortable. Tip number 5 involves rebalancing your evening mineral intake to prevent overnight liquid retention. Most people don't know this, but targeted bloating is frequently caused by cellular fluid imbalance rather than actual gut gas, especially when evening meals contain hidden sodium without adequate potassium to offset it. The biological mechanism is straightforward. Sodium draws water out of your cells into the extracellular space surrounding your waistline, while potassium pulls that excess fluid back into the cells and aids renal filtration. To use this effectively in my routine, I limit processed seasonings after 6 p.m. and incorporate a small portion of potassium-rich foods, like half an avocado or a handful of fresh spinach, into my final meal of the day. By keeping your sodium to potassium ratio in harmony, you support cellular fluid balance, ensuring you wake up with a smooth, comfortable stomach every morning. Our sixth step is modifying the temperature and texture of the vegetables you consume during dinner. Most people don't know this, but raw, ice-cold vegetables contain tough cellulose fibers that require immense biological energy and prolonged internal fermentation to break down, especially as our digestive speeds naturally shift after age 50. The underlying science shows that lightly steaming or roasting vegetables partially breaks down these rigid cellular walls beforehand, effectively pre-digesting the fibrous structures so your digestive system doesn't have to work in overdrive. I personally stopped eating raw salads late in the evening and switched to lightly warm steamed broccoli, carrots, or baked zucchini for dinner. This small adjustment supports our core through line by minimizing digestive strain and avoiding the gas production associated with tough, raw plant fiber late at night. Our final tip is incorporating small amounts of natural bitter flavors roughly 10 minutes before eating. Most people don't know this, but our tongues contain specialized bitter taste receptors that immediately signal the liver and gallbladder to release digestive bile and digestive juices before food even touches your stomach. The physiological mechanism acts as a natural kickstart to your entire gastrointestinal pathway, priming your body to process fats and complex foods with minimal friction. Every day before lunch, I drink a small shot of room temperature water mixed with a splash of fresh lemon juice or chew on a couple of fresh arugula leaves. This simple pre-meal ritual completes our holistic system, preparing your body to handle meals smoothly and keeping abdominal tightness at bay all day long. When you combine these daily habits with the support of my morning belly reset, everything starts to click into place. It isn't about rigid restrictions or constant sacrifice. It is about working with your body's natural rhythms so you can feel light, energized, and confident in your own skin every single day, no matter what you choose to wear. Please remember, I am not a healthcare professional, and nothing shared in this video should be taken as professional medical advice. I am simply sharing my personal experience and the scientific research behind what truly worked for me. Everyone's body is unique and results vary from person to person. Please speak with a qualified healthcare professional before making any major changes to your personal diet, routine, or starting any new wellness product. If you enjoyed this video, please click that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment below letting me know which of these 7 tips you plan to try first. And don't forget, if you want to try the morning belly reset for yourself, the special discount link is right down in the description box below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.